Hello and welcome back to the Cards franchise series. This is your host Sammy33, and we are now officially halfway done with the season. Season 1 of X, at least with pool holes. So the easier part of the schedule for us, and it hasn't necessarily gone according to plan. Kind of funny because real life is seeing the same thing. We split with the Tigers, we split with the Pirates, and we struggled, but we do win a series. It's been a while since we won one. We've been playing 500 splitting, but hey, it is what it is. 500 is better than being under 500. We take 2 out of 3 at home against the Diamondbacks before we head out on the road before heading into the All-Star break. Let's take a look and see how these games turn out, and I can tell you one thing for sure. It felt good to get a win against a guy that we never get a win against. Let's go look at some live action. Love that. By the way, he's tied for the second most hits in the National League.
Into center field, line drive base hit. Now a long throw home. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. Another
That's why.
for him here tonight. No surprise there.
The jinx is on. 2 hits for Peralta, that would be one. That is one. That drives in a run. It's all the more reason why we want to come out and have a 1-2-3 inning, make this quick. And Waino's struggling. 2-0 already. Now Escobar. Solo shot. 3-0. And Wainwright, that's 3. I mean, every inning he's been in trouble so far to start. Ouch, man. The Cardinals will find trouble. 6 innings. A runner reached second base. All 6. This could be a positive though. If we get this out here, and we don't. You can see there another one. 4 runs. So at this point it's 5 innings. Allowing a runner to second. 4-run score. Thankfully that's it. Problem is, Cardinals couldn't get anything going on their end. Rough one for Waino. 9 hits, couldn't make it through 5 innings, and only 5 hits as a team by the Cardinals. Pena and Carlson with 2 apiece. Because we wouldn't have had 2K if it weren't for the Dreamcast. Lose the opener. And Carson getting some revenge. Of all the people. Of course it'd be him, right? Of course it would be Keller. Like, what do you mean with a Switch? Like, what is Twitch? 1-0. And I tried to give her my best definition of Twitch. And Arenado. Didn't take long. So it's not OnlyFans, it's not Pornhub? I'm like, no, of course not. Why would you say that? Because I saw in the recommended, kind of a weird conversation to come into, but the point of the story is Arenado's hit. First of all, let's enjoy Arenado's hit. I have no idea who, I honestly didn't even know that he was having the fight. And the last time I watched UFC, and later the inning, DeYoung, an opposite field home run. And the Cardinals take the first lead of the series, 3-1. Courtesy of DeYoung. It's at least one of the players doing something in this series. W and WWE could be rough, and then it's going to make me want to talk about, but the D-backs weren't power and impact. There's just too much wrestling to talk about. So I'm trying to keep, and drops in the corner. I'm trying to do both. 3-2. And then sports, all this, or not scoring a run. But Arenado will strike again. Perfect. Another ball in the power alley and left. It will clear the bases. Clear them all. 3 runs. 6-2. He said get and add 3 more. Even Pujols getting in the act, driving in a run. But series tied, Rodon. 6 1/3, 8 hits, 3 Ks, only 2 runs allowed. And what do you know? Another win for him with the Cardinals. Like what we see so far. Cardinals are awful, and all I can do now is just sit there and take it. I mean, this got whooped up on by the Braves. That's gone, right? Against a pitcher that I've had struggles against over the years. Finally get some hits. never. Bumgarner's not a guy hit well either. Never have recorded a win against Madison Bumgarner in my entirety of MLB The Show. Never. I would take a chance here, drive one out there, but not us too slow. It's a low scoring game. You take your chances. Didn't work out. And we struggled at the plate. So you take a chance even more. Yeah, so you're saying Tyler O'Neill. Call him back up. Still 1-0 going into the 8th. But hey, guess who? Roller rings. Let's go, the rookie. Coming through with a big at-bat. This would be important. It would make it 2-0. And you're thinking, hey, insurance. Not a word. Blue, that is absolute blasphemy. Fielders I have, you never think I'd have to be so desperate to try something else out. Next up, Coronado to right center. That goes 3-0. Back-to-back checks. First game, right? No PCI checks here, and speaking. Well, not exactly. You can see there. 3 extra base hits in a run. The D-backs would score 2 runs, and they would strand a runner at second with no outs. Hicks was really shaky, but he gets the job done. We win the series finale. Flaherty, a rare win for him. Peralta, 2 hits again. Yeah, he likes it against us. Pujols gets another hit, moving him up the hit list a little bit. And we take the series 2-1. The key, pitching. We're still first in a lot of categories, but we're starting to trend down. Like I said earlier, regression to the mean. Said it in the stream. It's going to happen. We'll check on this again later. But if the bats don't wake up, we're going to have some problems. So hopefully July is good for the bats. To be honest, it's a really good thing we play in Coors Field to start. So we're going to take some action here. Just one highlight since the other game got corrupted. Brandon Crawford offered former Cardinal Luke Weaver his 7th of the season. Early lead for the G-Men or Giants, whichever you prefer. Unless there's some football fans that may take offense. Hey, we're the real G-Men. That's not their name, it's ours. Giants are having a good season too. Not as good as they are in real life. I mean, technically they are. They're 10 games above 500. Somewhat around where they're at, right? Actually, no, they're like 20 plus. But 5-1 win for the Giants. Everyone beats up on the Diamondbacks. Hopefully the Cardinals won their life. That said, let's take a look at some box scores. And let's end this video. In a really fun matchup between 2 division leaders, the NL East. Well, the other NL division leaders, obviously not us. You have the, the Cardinals. See, screwing up here. Cardinals on the brain. The Dodgers exert their dominance in a match of aces. You can see here Kershaw against Max Scherzer. Kershaw, complete game, 4 hits, 1 run allowed. Scherzer got roughed up a little bit, 7 hits over 4 innings, gives up 3 runs. Man, you would have paid some good money to go to that game. See there, 4 hits by the Nats. Turner, pretty much the top of the order. Soto, Castro, and Turner. Seager with the home run. Muncy and Rios also driving in runs. Belly, a hit and 2 walks, gets that average above 300. And Dodgers just running away with the best record in the National League. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch them. And this one looks like a fun one at Great American. 9-7, 20 hits combined. That dude Tatis, may have heard of him before. 3 hits, a triple, and a home run. Machado, 4 runs driven in. I don't know if it was well, it's not a grand slam, you can tell obviously, because it would be a 4-run inning, but there's not. Profar at the bottom of the order, driving in 2 as well. Going to the Reds, Joey Votto, my nemesis. drives and a run. Great thing, Cincinnati scored 7 runs. No, just minimal extra base hits. A home run by Moustakas. A double by Pino, and that's it. 9 singles. And they drive 7 runs, but San Diego is better off with Clevenger. 10 hits over 5 innings. Bullpens exhausted. Castillo blasted about the same, gave up 5 hits. Bullpen just couldn't hold on. He just couldn't give them a chance to win this game here. Gonna take the loss. Padres trying to keep up with the Dodgers. And we'll jump over to the American League, looking at the Central here. The Twins score 4 runs in the, well, pretty much all their runs in the last third of the game. 5 runs in this past the 7th inning, or 7th inning on. They win, come from behind, and win 6-4 over the White Sox. Cruz, Father Time, he just refuses to give in. Kepler hit 3 home runs by the Twins. Couple of errors, but hey, the home runs. Anderson, 4-hit day. Very rare to see that. Needing the 2 hits. Will Lane Thomas get some time out there? We'll see. We'll be keeping an eye on that. But they just can't close the door. Foster, sub 1 ERA, actually goes up a little bit. Gives up a 2-run home run late, and that ends up being the death knell. Still, he is having a very, very dominant season. Rogers also as well, 1.03. Closes the door to get the win. The Twins pushing up. The White Sox slipping a little farther back, dropping towards 500. But hey, only 5 games out. Not something that they can, it's not overwhelming. Still plenty of time. And then we just have straight up dominance. 4-2 Houston over Cleveland. You see Cleveland had 2 hits. Gurriel, recent diamond upgrade. Flowers, 2 hits, 2 runs driven in. But that's not what we want to look at. We look at the Cleveland team. 2 solo shots, 1 by Perez, 1 by Rosario. Greinke, 6 innings, 1 hit. Presley, the save, 1 hit. Also just shut down 13 strikeouts by the Astros pitching staff. Bieber, I mean, it's a rough outing because he gave up 4 runs, but I mean, the team had 2 hits. Like, they did nothing to help you. Two base runners the entire game. No walks, no errors. Just couldn't find a way on base. They take the loss. Hurts them in the AL Central, but Cleveland, man, they got to figure out a way to get some hits. One of the struggles, I've been kind of monitoring them in the background. They struggle hitting the ball, though when they do, they are very dangerous. But they have really good pitching. Pitching's been carrying them, but just one of those games. Couldn't get anything going, and once they got behind, that was it. So as we normally do at the end of the month, we're going to do a recap. And again, this will be broken down into 2 parts so I can focus on separate things. Instead of throwing it all into one 30-minute video that takes forever to watch, break it down into a little more consumable 15 minutes as we've been doing. But I can tell you, I'm looking forward to what's coming up in July. Coming out, we get to go on the road for a while before going to Coors Field for the All-Star game. Hopefully Carp will have a good showing in the Home Run Derby. But we got the Rockies on the road for 4, the Giants for 3, and then the Cubs to end the quote-unquote first half of the season. And then we get the Giants and Cubs coming out of the All-Star break too. This should be an interesting month. You can see, obviously, the Rockies are not playing great baseball. I can't say I'm surprised. No one would be. But you have above 500 below. But they're getting healthy. Chris Bryant getting closer to coming back. So you've got the Giants 2 series. You got the Reds, who have been a pain in our butts. The Twins playing above 500. And then Cleveland. So we'll end the month with a couple of tough tests there. The thing that helps is obviously the All-Star break giving our guys a nice little rest. It also helps with Gallegos being hurt, having more games off or days off before he comes back. And then also the day off before and after the Cleveland series kind of help us out a little bit. So we'll see how things go in July. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to get into the Derby with Carp and see if we can actually win one. Have yet to win a home run Derby yet. in any franchise that I played, off or online. So let's see if we can get one in. But with that said, this is going to be the end of this video. Make sure you sub to the channel so you can be notified when the next video in the series drops. They will be sprinkled throughout the week here, and we'll take a dive into what's going on around the league. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later.